I don't know. What am I doing here?
You're
Myself
hanging out
about to
with
catch a
the
nap, and next thing I know, I'm being pulled into 3X again.
dude.
Oh,
You're hanging out with the coolest guys out there, and Zeph
Oh. Mm.
is what you're doing.
May the force be with you. A very nice welcoming. And I will take care of the red team, Tubby, and you will get the blue. So I'll
All
start
right.
off. We have King God Fonzie as carrier yet again. If he does things right, it's me. If he doesn't, it's not me. Dagger as DA. Then we have Doomsday as Preserver, and Rainbow Dash as High Templar. I don't think they've quite settled what lanes they're going to. And then Zodaris as Stalker.
And then for blue team top, we have Sea Dog on Zealot. We have Uran playing Void Ray once again. We have Ixdor playing High Templar mid. We have Seraxton on DZ, crittering, and we have. I'm just gonna call him. I'm just gonna call him equals. Yeah, I can't pronounce that.
I think.
Well,
Philippi?
it ends with E-I-P-I, and I know that was like one of equals' second.
Anyway, no,
whatever.
I'm just gonna call him
it's
equals.
I equals IPI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and he's playing Preserver. So what we're seeing right now is a whole lot of people trying to push wave and get XP as fast as they can and as safely as they can.
Yeah.
It looks like, though, that Champions of the Banshee are only utilizing one Critterer instead of the usual two on Desert.
It's a long game, but their center lane could potentially get an advantage out of this. We will see. Right now, there won't be much because there aren't that many creeps.
It's really tough. I mean, I think if the carrier gets a good Q off onto the High Templar, that could be very lethal. Oh, they're backing off.
Yeah.
Interesting choice.
Probably could have harassed him, but
yeah, in a 2v1 lane, you have to be aggressive because you know that in the long run that you're going to get outscaled and outleveled. And most heroes, once they get their ults, they'll be able to take you on even though there's somebody there helping you. So it's very much a risk-reward thing. You need to take advantage of the early game before they just start outscaling.
Yeah, right now Ixidor is playing pretty aggressively for 1v2, I should think, but they're not really punishing for it that much. I mean, sure, he's out of energy already. I think he probably could have saved it more for Storms just to keep the lane from pushing, but honestly, he could probably get a Prism. He should go back and get a Prism right now, come back to lane, and then every 60 seconds he'll be able to go back and then come again, and his energy will always be high enough.
Absolutely, and especially with that carrier there, the best thing we can do is feedback that, so that way the interceptors run out.
Yeah. Let's see. What else is... Oh, he's asking for the Preserver to come mid for a second. So DZ is going to cover bot lane while Preserver comes and holds lane. This way they don't take any extra damage on towers that they don't want to.
And they don't lose any XP.
Yeah, they'll always have someone holding off a push. So this is actually a lot... I haven't seen this before. It's a good concept.
It's good to see that they're rotating well and covering for each other. That's always a good sign for teams when they're able to react to when their teammates are having trouble. Preserver versus Zealot top is... it's turning into a farm fest, although it seems like the Preserver has an early advantage.
Yeah, well, casters have an early advantage, but Zealot is pretty dangerous with his ranged form. He is using a bit more energy than he should be, but all in all, it's doing pretty well. Let's see. Bot lane is also pretty farm. DA's...
Dagger is not yet building up a mind control army.
No. Or maybe they're just hiding somewhere.
Maybe he might have just been too low energy, too.
Yeah.
Oh no, he has one on the Xel'Naga tower. Actually, he has one on both Xel'Naga towers. That's pretty sneaky. I don't know how that Zealot got there, but that's pretty commando mode, sneaking all the way through the enemy lane in order to get up there and give his team that valuable vision.
Yeah, vision is great on this map. Maybe both Xel'Nagas. And now that Stalkers are coming out, he can actually start getting an army that actually does stuff. So he's just going to start grabbing Stalkers, using them to push the wave extra hard, and he's going to whittle down those towers that way. And eventually, once he gets through those towers, he'll probably have a good-sized army, and they'll need to send someone else to help the Preserver deal with them.
This is an interesting build on Ixtor's High Templar here. He's got 2 quantum processors and a sensor array.
Yeah.
Those are 2 items that I don't normally see people go for, although I've always liked quantum processors early on.
Yeah, quantum processors are always good. They're just a nice investment of minerals. The sensor array is something that is situational, but I mean, you can get it.
Well, believe it or not, the sensor array really comes in handy whenever you're going against those longer range heroes like the Viking and the Carrier, both with and against them, because it gives you valuable extra range that you need to be able to fully focus on them.
Yeah, but I think it's, let's see. Okay, so okay. I was confused. I thought he was on Dagger's team, and I was like, he already has Solnagas, but no, Dagger is on the other team. So, yeah, they're just
Dagger's starting to get a nice army going down here. 4 Stalkers.
Yeah. They're just kind of pushing the wave in mid. I'm surprised they still haven't really been able to have any influence on either side's towers. It's
Rainbow
really
Dash and Fonzie both staying in lane at low health and low energy.
Yeah, this is risky. I mean,
this is really risky. A perfect opportunity for Ern to come gank.
Yeah,
oh no,
Ixidor
Fonzie goes B.
Yeah, I cleverly decide to leave the lane while I can. As carrier, because I'm playing carrier. Let's see. I think Preserver almost killed. Yeah, I do believe he almost killed Sea Dog, but Sea Dog got out of it.
Seems that way.
And oh, that looks like Ixidor's finally. Yeah, Ixidor has killed off Rainbow Dash. That is what happens when you hit level 7 before your opponent, especially if you're High Templar. That's pretty dangerous. He should probably leave though, because he doesn't have enough energy to do much.
It seems like he's just trying to push wave one more time so that he can get all the XP he can, while also still having time to return with no threat on himself. It looks like Philippi and Seraxon are duo laning bot currently.
Yeah.
Because the DA is giving them some trouble, and they want to shut him down.
Yeah, you really need to take out the DA's army before it becomes a big problem. So DZ is actually a really good choice for that because of his whirlwind. Even if he gets stunned up, he's going to do a lot of damage to those stalkers because creeps are just slow in general. So that, yeah, as you can see, they're looking at the DA army and they're thinking about going in for it, but it looks like Seraxon is actually going to go mid. And yeah. Oh, wow. And just help a little bit of gank. Most of the damage was from the High Templar.
Yeah.
But they really need to deal with the DA, because right now he's playing really aggressive. He knows he can get these towers if it's just the Preserver against him.
Yeah, he's starting to get a really good army going. He's going for Immortals instead of Stalkers, which is an odd choice, but...
Yeah, I mean, Immortals have more deeps and they have more tankiness, but...
Yeah, I mean... But they don't have the targeting air. It's an interesting choice. I used to prefer getting some Immortals when I already had an army going, so that I could just have that extra tankiness up front.
Yeah.
Instead of having to just...
See, he left because he didn't want to risk losing his army because they're all 3 here. I think Void Ray should be playing a little more risky, trying to go in and out and hit that army with the charge shot, but I imagine he'll be doing that soon enough.
Geesh, Ixtor is just doing a really good job mid. He's locking down 3 people from the opposing team.
Yeah,
This
is something that High Templar is very good at. It looks like Zadaris...
Oh, Zadaris is going in hard, but oh my goodness! Is he gonna live?
Oh. Yeah, High Templar just doesn't have enough energy.
Doesn't have enough damage. Oh, but he gets the soul. No, he misclicked.
Oh.
Damn, and he goes down.
And Rainbow Dash gets the revenge kill there.
Yeah, I mean, he just didn't have enough energy. He was, like, High Templar is great at holding off lots of enemies, but he just didn't have enough. Almost had me, yeah. Oh, Zadaris. And it looks like top lane Sea Dog is getting driven out of lane again by the Preserver. I think the Preserver can take the outer defenses now pretty easily.
Yeah, this is a really back and forth game. There's only been 1 outer defense taken so far. Normally at this... Well, 1 for each team, I should say. Normally at this point in the game, I mean, you see a lot more having gone down, but it looks like they're just really playing cautious and trying to build up their armies. Both teams seem very confident in their late game.
I mean, I'd give a lot of credit to Ixidor. He's been holding his lane down really well against the pressure, and I don't think his turrets have actually ever been touched since maybe the first level. And meanwhile, he's actually managed to take out half the defenses on the other side.
Well, actually, Urun was coming in there with his Void Ray while he was crittering, and I managed to catch him hitting that last pylon there to take out those defenses.
Oh, crap. And Ixchidor goes down.
Yeah. And now is the other point with a 2v1 lane. Eventually, everybody has their ults.
Yeah, eventually.
And then you still lose, even if you're like a couple levels ahead.
However, he did very well for as long as he was there, and the defenses are still there. As long as the longer they can keep these defenses up, the more map control they get, and the more they can do.
Uh-oh, getting a serious 2v2 going top lane. Zadaris gets taken low and he has to back out, so they're just playing. Oh no, he goes in hard!
He's going in, but the problem is Stalker just doesn't do that much damage, so I mean, T-Dog lost his shield.
And now we're getting the best type of fight, a Preserver fight.
Yeah, no, the kind. Oh!
Oh, here comes DZ to clean it up.
He doesn't even need his
ult,
he's just gonna kill him right off.
Goodness.
And he's going for Stalker, which honestly I think that's kind of a waste because any decent Stalker is just gonna run away. But it was a nice try.
Well, I mean, the thing is Stalker and DZ both have Blink, so... Uh-oh! Zadaris gets stunned by Preserver there.
I should have saved his Whirlwind for that moment, because now Stalker would definitely be dead. He's probably still dead. Maybe... Oh, I got
nope!
creep blocked.
Creep blocked. Uh-oh.
Oh. And mid, it looks like, yeah...
We're having High Templar Wars mid.
The High Templar battles are very, very boring, because both of them just put down temporal bubbles and then... and they just can't do anything.
I mean, it's...
Nobody does anything.
It's really just who can get rid of the other person's energy faster.
Yeah.
Bot lane... Uh-oh.
What's he doing?
Wow.
Huh.
I think the High Templar just lost his entire army there.
The High Templar?
No, Dark Templar. Or Dark Archon. Dark Archon.
Templar.
There we go.
Okay.
Names are what they are.
Names are important.
Yes.
Well, it looks like Sea-Dog's gonna... No, never mind. The, Equals was there to save him from the other Preserver.
This is almost a constant team fight top.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen this very often where it's just a constant series of 1v1 and 2v2s in just a top lane like this. Normally people back off and regroup.
I mean, pretty consistently, Sea-Dog and Equals are up there, and then Zadaris can sometimes be there, sometimes Doomsday, and occasionally they'll even bring up, I think it was Urun.
Uh-oh, Urun spots out their expand here. He can probably deny it.
Yeah, they're going for the expansion. This is kind of risky because they've lost more map control in the center than have Team 1. So, as soon as these first defenses fall, that thing is extremely exposed.
Ouch! Saraxton and Urun burst down the High Templar really hard there.
Yeah.
Just not much you can do as High Templar when you're caught out of position.
And yeah, there goes Void Ray. This is how DA has trouble holding under his army, just because people just keep coming, hitting and run. And yeah, there's 2 scouts. They aren't going to last very long. Assuming Urun wants to go for them.
And Saraxton manages to clean up the expand.
Yeah, that's 500 minerals down the drain. Sad too, because those can really pay for themselves, but you need to get them earlier than that, before people have the power to really just take them out by themselves.
Yeah, it's one of those things where that's something on Desert that you always need to discuss with your team.
Oh,
who's going to...
is going to get away because he's Stalker.
Oh!
Yeah, he had almost nothing. Ixchidor almost killed off Doomsday. I think he's still looking to go for it, but he's going to have trouble getting through the High Templar of Rainbow Dash. And there's the Temporal Bubble. He might be dead here.
Oh, that's not looking good. That's not looking good. Yeah. Just so much burst coming out between that combo.
Let's see.
Sea-Dog and Saraxton just pushing up bot.
Yeah, DZ's just farming. Urun. Oh god, Rainbow Dash. Okay, he's healed up somewhat, but he's still extremely low. I don't think he should be here.
Yeah, he must have heard you because he picked that moment to go B.
Axiston almost dies there, but he does get out.
Top lane, Fonzie's pushing hard for the second tier defenses.
Void Ray is trying to defend the farms, I think, but yeah.
They just are not letting this Dark Archon keep an army.
No. Well,
I mean, just...
If he really needs to keep it back until he has enough that he can actually kill people in one stun cycle, or else he's just gonna keep losing it. Also, he needs to really watch out for that Void Ray. I think the Void Ray and the DZ have been just destroying that.
It's really tough to deal with a Void Ray because I think it can actually shoot its AoE onto you before you can stun it.
No, if you see it coming, you can actually grab it with a stun. Your stun's pretty long, but...
And meanwhile, mid, StringofZhef takes out Rainbow Dash. But Doomsday turns it on. Oh my goodness, the blink over the wall.
Nice. And that's another reason why DZ is strong, because he just has so much escape potential. They finally lost their defenses.
Zadaris and Fonzie are fighting Sea Dog and... StringofZhef comes in. Can he turn this?
Looks like
he can.
He doesn't have
and
his
Zadaris goes down, and Fonzie gets taken out as well there. 2 for 1.
Yeah, it looks like they got a decent chance to push on this. There's another bubble. I don't know if I agree with Itsheroattack just using the bubble randomly to help push creep waves, but I mean, it's his choice.
StringofZhef finally finds Dagger's Zealot holding that tower and cleans it up.
But he's still seeing it. He's just taking cannon damage. He needs to get down there. And Stasis goes down. Yeah, High Templar has no chance of getting out of that. Sorry. And yeah.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Dark Zealot sort of does damage.
Sort of?
Sort of. Little bit of damage. Not a lot. Just minor amount.
I mean, nothing to write home about.
I mean...
Until it's in the middle of your base and taking out everything.
Well, besides...
Besides the obvious.
That's different.
We're about to have round 2 of Preserver Wars, or more like round 20 at this point.
Yeah.
Top lane. These guys have just been going at it constantly.
Yeah. But it looks like... Yeah, neither of them really has...
Oh, Doomsday gets taken low right off the bat. But then he goes on... Oh my god, the turnaround! Well played from Doomsday there.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing about Preserver. It's all about your cooldown. So sure, you can do a lot of damage now, but then he can just turn around and do the exact same thing. And since he started...
takes out Fonz mid.
Second has the advantage in that fight. And... Yeah, you just couldn't lock down StringofZhef and he's going to get out of there. They're talking about ganking DA because he's starting to mass up a little bit of an army. So they want to take it out. And they're looking for it. I don't know if they
have vision.
Yeah, they have vision. They have...
oh, and the stasis goes down.
Yeah,
the temporal rift.
I think...
Oh my goodness,
wow.
That damage.
Yeah.
And his army's gone too. That's just painful.
But while those 3 were bought, StringofZhef gets killed off by Doomsday's Preserver, and now he can actually push in some more.
So one thing to point out: Team 1's vision very limited, not really very much of a detection net. Team 2's vision, they have detection everywhere.
Yeah, they pretty much need to because DA's Aura of Darkness pretty much requires you to have that.
I mean, you can always just place one when you go to kill it, but I mean, really, it gives them so much benefit because they know when they're about to be ganked. They know when somebody on the other team's out of position. And I mean, I know people talk about it, but it can't be said enough. Just... Oh, and Sea Dog and Fonzie fight. Oh, Sea Dog is too fast.
Yeah.
Gets out of there.
Oh, and Doomsday is just going on a killing spree up top. I think he might actually start pressuring the base defense. They have to do something about this. And Iran is coming to deal with them.
Oh, and so StringofZhef. Yeah. Get out of there, Doomsday! Get out of there!
I don't think...
I believe... Oh my goodness, he got away! What a fantastic play by Doomsday there.
Just shot him a little bit. He couldn't have backed, but yeah. And I think that was just a miscommunication of who was actually going to be available to put damage on him. Let's see, StringofZhef done it. they're all just pushing mid forward because it got pushed back a bit. They need to defend those.
Dagger's remaxed his army very quickly here.
Fonzie, Dagger, and
Rainbow Dash and Zadaris. They're going 4-man push
going
bot.
for a big push bot. But then
Well,
they split up.
they need to. Oh, they did.
No, now they're looking to, I guess, push multiple lanes, put some pressure, but I think that leaves their DA at too much risk. He could just get, yeah, looks like Sir Axelson is trying to go for the army. Yeah, DA tries to stun him and take him out, but it's just way too late.
Oh, that's just painful.
Yeah. Let's see, but bottom lane, they are still putting some pressure on. They are low, though, so this is really risky for them. I think Ixidor might even be able to 1v3 this. But he has...
Well, Fonzie's just in huge trouble there. Zadaris can get away.
Yeah, well...
Buyback Zadaris? Oh, there we go.
Stalker, you don't need a buyback, you just wormhole.
Well, no, that way you can wormhole back instantly to the fight.
Well, you could, but that makes too much sense. Don't do that. Alright.
What's this? High-level strategy and tactics in a tournament?
Back in my day, I wormholed all the time. Let's keep it crap. Because wormhole cooldown.
Doomsday just absolutely destroys Zealot there.
Oh,
Just drop...
but then
but then the 4-man gank. Ouch.
Yeah, there's not much you can do there. Just not be there. That's the important part.
Zadaris is caught out. Can he get away? Can he get away?
He
Seems
might
like
actually...
no.
Oh, okay. I think that's one of the first times I've seen him die. Because he's Stalker.
Stalker is good at not dying.
Yeah, Stalker's extremely good at not
Pro
dying.
tip. Stalkers
So-
are good at not dying.
Now, Uran, actually, they're all pushing mid, so obviously, Dagger still has a decent-sized fleet. He just mashes these up very quickly. And...
Takes out Uran there under cover of the tower. Uh-oh, Siraxon, you might have overextended. Can you get out? Yeah, you got stasis. Good job from the High Templar there.
Yeah,
Ixtor.
good save, good save. I think Sir Axelson was a little cocky there. He didn't have his ultimate, and he didn't have quite enough tankiness to really take that on, so... You can see, not much is going on. All the teams have kind of backed off for now. They're just trying to push their lanes out.
None of them are in a position to really exploit an advantage right now, I don't think.
Yeah.
They're just sort of dancing around, trying to get a good position for a team fight.
Right now, Team 2, the blue team, is actually gaining quite a farm advantage because they're actually doing their critters, and Dagger is not using his army to farm, which I think he should be, just because every time he tries to use it to fight, it just gets killed off.
That's very true. Uh-oh. Felipe might be caught out here.
Yeah, he is. No. High Templar OP. Wait.
And Sea-Dog is...
Just die.
Wow, is he tanky.
Oh, well, no.
But
he gets
taken
That was the
down.
phase disruption ability, so none of their auto attacks were actually hurting him, and they didn't have any spells to finish him off. But...
Interesting question. Can you actually go B while being phase disrupted?
I do not believe so.
Ooh, Fonzie.
I'd say.
That wasn't the happy place to be, my friend.
Fonzie, you disappoint me. Playing my carrier.
To answer your question on that, if it depends if phase disruption actually causes damage or not. If it's not causing damage, then they can back anytime.
It doesn't cause damage. I don't remember. Maybe I'm just used to being phase disrupted while also in a temporal rift, which would obviously slow down, like make it take longer for me to be able to back after taking damage. So that might be.
Yeah,
it.
that's the thing. Normally you're getting wailed on whenever that happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, it just. Could
I
be
mean, the only reason I brought it up was because... Go ahead.
Nope.
Okay. Or just kick Fu out. We'll just keep talking, even if we're wrong, because I like the sound of my voice. And
I like the sound of my voice a lot better than Fu's, and Fu is gonna talk over me.
And Siraxon gets a little bit caught out there and just instantly
he's
bursts
strong,
down.
but he's not gonna.
And so is Ixdor, walled off. No hope of escape. Can he make it? I don't think he can. Taken down.
Enough team members. I don't know what Sea-Dog is doing. That.
I've got to say, Doomsday is looking really good on his Preserver right now.
Running in one at a time is generally not what you want to be doing. That was just...
Is that another pro tip?
Yeah, that was pro tip. That was just a miscommunication on their part, I imagine. They just weren't thinking. I don't know why Sea Dog went in, though. That just didn't make sense.
Well, we'll see. I mean, typically at this point in the game, if you've gotten 3 kills, this is when you would be trying to push really hard. Maybe even backdooring, considering they only have level 0 defenses.
Well, the advantage is that I don't think they can, because Uron is just putting up a lot of pressure on this map. Like, he just keeps going in, just sniping off defenses. They can't really leave without leaving their base open, and since DA hasn't left his army behind, and they don't really have an amazing defense hero versus a Void Ray, like, Preserver can kind of fill the function, but I think a DT would be a better option.
I see what you mean. It's very tough. It's one of those things where you can either just keep having the team fights and hope that eventually you get one that just puts you over the top, or you can just say, we go now.
Ooh.
And it's just one, oh my goodness.
Caught him, but I don't think that's going to be quite
Doomsday.
enough.
Doomsday, I believe. You can do it.
Ooh. Nice.
No.
Nice catch. Oh.
Sir Exton, are you going to get out? Doesn't
Does
look good.
Yes, Whirlwind. He might not just get out. He might just wipe everything. Yeah, he's DZ. He's DZ.
Oh, wow. DZ, it does a little damage.
It does. It does sometimes.
Blue team opting to get up their expo. I mean, at this point in the game, I mean, it's basically just that or like 3 stat ups. So
I think it's a bit risky, but at this point in the game,
I mean, like, you aren't really losing much, and it'll give you something else to have a team fight over besides your base.
Yeah.
It forces them to go for it, or else you get even more of a farm advantage.
Speaking of bases, no one's really had anything pushed into their bases yet.
Everybody's doing a really good job of rotating into push lanes, 2v1ing anybody that's caught out too far. I mean, everybody's playing really passive, really tight. I mean,
everyone who overextends pretty much just dies, so they can't.
Pretty much, unless they are the stalker or the DZ. In which case, they can basically run wherever they please.
Or to be honest, the Void Ray, because I mean, he just goes in and out of fights, and nobody can really catch him. They need more disruption web, I think.
I'm waiting for somebody to say that I need a nerf blink.
Nobody's gonna say that here.
I mean, I just came from
somebody
Blink,
in the
so,
chat might.
You know, Blink is a 5-minute cooldown in League as opposed to a 3-second cooldown. So I mean, I don't know.
It is very different to see, but
yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna argue balance points here. I'm just saying.
We're just commenting the game as it exists. Well, it does a little bit of damage, and it's pretty escapable. But
it's not escapable. I mean, you just kind of die to it.
I mean, it's just a really cool, especially against Reaver.
What?
Oh, Zhef.
So they're pushing again.
It looks like a big push is coming out here from blue team. They're just the Protoss Elite Guard are just pushing all of the defenses. Seraxton goes in, cleans out the double wave and 3 of the towers, but he might be caught out a little bit here. No, he's good.
Team 1's vision is still very poor. I think if Seraxton knew this, he could probably go for more DZ backdoors, because they literally have no observers out except for 1 by the south bridge, which means he's pretty safe to come in from almost wherever and just jump in the bases and start just nailing buildings.
I mean, I don't think he feels that he needs to, though, from watching the way he's playing. Like, it seems like they're just waiting for opportunities to team fight, and then win a team fight, take a tower, win a team fight, take a tower, go back to farming. I mean, they're doing a great job of maintaining their farming lead. Yeah. Sea Dog is successfully farming 5 critter patches now, probably gonna be on the rise as they're pushing all these lanes forward. We're seeing no real upgrades on the creep except for anti-hero from both teams.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, at this point, creep upgrades are kind of a waste of time if they aren't anti-hero, because almost any of these heroes could just wipe a full wave instantly.
pretty much. We're seeing... Uh-oh, Sea Dog might be in trouble here.
Hmm?
Oh, no. His wave caught up. They didn't want to fight that.
I think they're going for...
And the base ulti.
That's odd. I thought they might have been throwing maybe an obelisk after that, and then they could warp in and have DZ wipe those buildings out, but I guess they were just putting some pressure.
They're content to just take the towers, and...
The problem is that the damage is going to be regenerated pretty fast. The towers don't really mean much.
They're scary, and they shoot at you lots. I mean... Like, nobody likes that. I mean, I know I don't.
They hurt.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, you get to late game, and you're getting up there, and you're like, oh, well, we can, like, fight them. Oh, man, what are those things shooting at me? I don't like that.
Yeah, they got 4 guys pushing top. It looks like,
This is a big push coming out top. But meanwhile, mid, it's a big push coming out from, Champions of the Banshee. So we'll see who gets there first. It looks like this might be a base race. Oh!
I don't know if I would want a race against the Zealot and the Dark Zealot, though. This seems like a race that the Banshee champion of Destiny...
Uh-oh. This Preserver might be caught out here.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Dagger
Doomsday and Rainbow Dash just have really good coordination on their damage.
Dagger CC locks Itsheroattack as best he can, but he is a DZ. So he just kind of leaves. Oh, but he left his counter on, so he keeps going to places he didn't want to be, and I think he's just...
Oh, no, he...
No.
We'll see.
Like,
we'll see. Well, they made him leave,
mm-hmm.
So...
I don't know, if they let that base race continue, I think they would have lost that pretty badly, because Zealot and DZ will just shred buildings at this point.
I'll tell you, one of the things that's actually surprising me, Euron has actually done a really good job of providing map coverage. Team 2 has approximately 3/4 of the map covered right now.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen anybody use the power field item or warp prisms. They really aren't using that to its full capability, and those can really turn the tide of a battle or provide a great chance for a gank.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think they're not really making that many plays. I wouldn't say they're just trying to passively farming up and just extending a little bit of an advantage. I think they could be doing a lot better. Like when they ulted the base, I think they could have dropped in both the Zealot and the Dark Zealot and probably taken out 4, maybe 8 buildings by the time the Team 1 was able to do anything about it.
Oh, absolutely.
But, I mean, if they're content to farm up, it is working for them because Team 2 just has way more map vision and control.
And that's going to be that's already a huge advantage for them because they can see pushes that are coming in any direction.
Yeah, there's no way that Dagger or anybody on Team 1 is going to be able to backdoor without being caught out way before they get there.
Yeah, pretty much as soon as they leave the base.
Itsheroattack and Sea Dog take down Zadaris there.
Yeah, the 2 Zealots team
And
up.
now Fonzie's caught out. Oh my goodness, that damage.
Yeah, the 2 highest damaging heroes on the Protoss lineup.
I mean, if you get caught out by those 2, then you might as well just kiss your butt goodbye because you're done. And this isn't. I don't know if this is a good team fight for Red, but they do get rid of the DZ right off the bat. They just chain stun them. Now they're going for Sea Dog.
Yeah, if they can
proper. That's really good focus fire.
Problem is, that they has almost no army already because Void Ray. Void Ray is doing a really good job.
His army's holding steady. I mean,
yeah, but it's pretty well within kill range.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think he's ever been able to accumulate more than maybe 10 scouts.
I think that's about the limit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's ever been able to hold that for very long. Oh, nice try to kill Stealer Run, but no, Sea Dog's got this. There's just so much damage coming out of the Zealot and the Dark Zealot now. I honestly don't know what Team 1 can do about this. I think Zadaris really should be more aggressive because even if this is the one thing, Team 2 might have all this vision, but Stalker, if he can get an obs down in maybe a place that they forgot about, he might be able to just constantly be a thorn in their side, at least pull some pressure off his team. But he's really not abusing his mobility enough.
Well, I mean, the thing is oddly enough, Red Team is still winning the team fights.
Not really. The only reason they're winning is because I think blue team's getting a little cocky and they're getting split up too much. Like, they caught the DC out by himself, then they caught the Zealot out by himself, and the Void Ray got caught in a time prism, so he didn't really do much. But I think that if Team 2 and Team 1 would actually have a full-on team fight where they had their where Team 2 actually had their High Templar with them, it wouldn't be that close. Oh,
Doomsday's dueling Sea Dog, and
it's just like auto attack. He's just slapping the Zealot around, but unfortunately,
I think Doomsday's got this, man. I think he's got this.
Yeah, well now the reinforcements are coming. I don't know. Oh yeah, but StringofZhef is just gonna wipe out the DA, and then move right onto the carrier. Oh my God. Okay.
That hyper carry.
And then move on to the high. I really think he should just jump on the High Templar. You'd probably kill him off too, even without the ultimate. But it looks like Dagger's army will at least be able to hold them off for the time being. I think that they could. Yeah, Uran's just gonna kill it.
Just so much vision from Team 2, though.
Yeah.
I mean, they can almost see. Like, the only place that they can't see really is inside of Red Team's base.
Oh, I mean, that should be solved soon enough. He dropped some more, and they dropped a prism, so they are actually going to start using long bit range beaming, and I think that's it for Dagger's army. Oh wait, oh, I think they timed that badly, but it doesn't matter because what?
Wow.
It doesn't matter because.
Wow. How many stat ups? How many stat ups?
Finally happened.
Only 24. Huh.
What I said should have happened a while ago just happened. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't.
Behold a prophet.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Sea Dog caught out.
They're gonna get the Zealot though.
Sea Dog caught out.
I was kidding. They might not get the Zealot. Maybe.
Nope. Doesn't look like it.
Oh, come on.
Miscommunication
come on,
there.
Get out.
Oh, Sea Dog! Sea Dog!
Oh,
no, Sea Dog, you almost made it.
Bro. Well, that was unfortunate, but I would say worth in the grand scheme of things.
And here goes Rex. Oh my word! Dark Zealot
DC is pretty good.
It does some damage.
We've revised our opinion from does a bit of damage to does some damage.
But it doesn't matter. Doomsday catches him out, and Zadaris
that was so
comes
cool
in and helps.
He got prisoned and then killed, and then the prison remained behind until it wore off.
That actually is really cool.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that.
All right, so Red Team is pretty much just scrambling to defend their base. They can't possibly get vision of anything at this point, so they're basically just stuck. Looks like Rainbow Dash is going for the push, but I don't think a High Templar is the best unit to send out by itself.
No.
He had a Doomsday with him, and Doomsday has been doing very well in Preserver, but 2 casters going for a backdoor is, I don't think it's going to do that well. And yeah, Doomsday just has to back off. So that is, they're pretty much their only chance at this point is to do the ever famous all-in backdoor with the ultimate, but I don't know if they can actually pull that off. Yeah, without Dagger's army, they're going to have a lot of trouble putting out damage. And it looks like, yeah, they're just cleaning up some farms, trying to regain control, but no. I think the game's starting to wind down.
Yeah, it's looking pretty glum for Red Team here. They just don't have any map control, and they aren't looking like they're planning to do anything aggressive. They're just trying to hold out, but I don't know how long you can hold out against the Zealot Dark Zealot combo.
You can't just hold out. I mean, back in my day, I realized
Jesus,
that you know, in a situation like this, the only thing to do is just make ballsy plays, because quite frankly, you can't sit on this. Heroattack is a game about playmaking, because everyone has an absurd amount of damage considering what it actually takes to wipe out bases. So anybody can make a play. And I really think they need to be doing that, even if it is risky, even if it means they could lose their base, because they're going to lose their base anyway if they just sit there.
Here comes Sir Axton going on the Nexus. And,
Yeah.
oh,
I
wow.
don't think they can bring him down. Oh, but they have enough plasma surge that they might. Oh wow, he's still in the green. Okay, he's finally going down a bit. No, but then he keeps. Oh,
Why is he? Okay, GG.
Oh, there it is.
Oh my word.